We're live now.
We're live?
We're live.
Live.
Yeah, coming straight to you. Because we're going to sue you. What?
No, it's not like us.
It's two guys with great hair and a girl.
No, Mike doesn't have gray hair.
Great.
Oh, great.
So
all right.
weird.
Good enough.
All right, let's get this A block going.
All right, let's do that.
This is the 239th time we've done this.
It's 239th time that you have done a top 3 teaser, my friend.
All right. This week on the Media Virus podcast, top 3 teaser. Top 3 teaser. Top 3 teaser.
Hey, Mike, what the fuck you doing?
Reading the top 3 teaser.
Okay. I updated the script.
Yeah. What time?
I don't know what time. Before the show, I updated the script.
Well, I started getting my screen ready at about 5 minutes after 8. So I went and I copied the copy and put it in my
right, but you didn't there was no top 3.
I thought that was the joke.
What are we doing?
I've updated. Yeah, well, I changed it since then. So can you?
All right. I'll do it raw. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
This week on the Media Virus podcast, Diddy's trial rolls into week 5 with more freak-offs, drug orgies, and bad decisions than a Florida swingers cruise on bath salts. Rod Stewart drew dicks on passports, proving once again that age brings wisdom and a permanent marker. A Starbucks tea gave a Postmates driver 3rd-degree dong burns, and now he's got more in common with a tea bag than just delivering one.
Shut up and sit down.
It's the Media Virus Podcast. Now here's your infection team.
Hot damn! Do we have
on.
show? What?
What the fuck was that? Because I don't like when dad and dad fight.
Well, I don't. I literally just updated the top 3 teaser. Just brought everything back to fruition.
Ugh.
And
Don't ever yell like that again.
well, who yelled?
You did.
When did I yell?
Okay, maybe you don't know the tone of your voice. Pero like you were yelling, like it was aggressive, like
He yelled.
I feel like it was giving aggressive. It was giving why is dad fighting?
Literally,
Dad.
Ricky has never seen me angry. She's never seen me yell. Never.
It's crazy because have you ever seen
Never.
me angry and yelling?
Never.
That's a lie.
No.
The time I almost kicked you out of my car?
We're not going to get into that, but I don't remember being angry. I remember yelling.
Anyways,
Okay.
me and the rest of the listeners don't want you guys to fight anymore.
All right. Well, we have a show for you people this week. Let me tell you something. This week's about to explode all over your ear holes. All right. I'm your host, Matty Rock Death. And Matty Rock Death, the mattiest rock death of all of them. All right.
The Mattiest Rock Death from New Jersey.
Living proof that a pulse and an opinion are all you need for a podcast. But let's be real, this audio circus wouldn't exist. I don't know where this voice is.
What are we doing?
I don't know. But I don't know. I started doing one voice, it turned into something else.
Oh.
But this audio circus would not exist without the behind the scenes and in the scenes maestros. Our executive producer, the esteemed Reverend Professor Mike Litoris.
Good evening. Good evening. If we're gonna do some accents, we might as well just go ahead and just everybody does some like North Jersey's, like New York, maybe Brooklyn, something.
We'll probably get better ratings that way anyway. So let's look, and then there's my. Let me tell you something about my incredible, beautiful, unbelievably hot wife and segment producer, Ricky Rock Death.
Nice and you're right.
So if you hate this, blame them. But we are broadcasting live from our delightfully demented corner of the web, where news gets a spin cycle, humor walks a tightrope, and our hosts are, shall we say, uniquely unqualified. Consider this your safe space for the unsayable, the unhinged, and potentially contagious. But whether you are seeking anarchy, a chuckle in the face of doom, or if you've simply hit rock bottom, welcome to the Media Virus Podcast. Let's grab some popcorn. Let's get some soda pops or some hot cocoa.
Snapping our fingers.
Let's get marshmallows and the fucking s'mores. And let's point and laugh as the world is burning around us.
Brush your hair.
With now see, I don't know, like it's kind of hard to have a show where the tagline is "Let's point and laugh as the world is burning around us," and like Los Angeles is on fire, and for us not to.
Is it?
Well, there's a huge clash between ICE, the police, now the Marine Corps out there.
For what?
Well,
Nobody called them.
Yes, they did.
Donald Trump sent them, but they were not summoned.
Hang on, because you have these folks, these protesters, who are burning property and destroying property and throwing things at police, which I condone, but waving Mexican flags while they're doing it and burning American flags
is not the right move.
What's that?
That's not the right move.
It's not the right move, and my thing is, it looks to me like we're being invaded by Mexico.
They're just
like, if you turn all the sound off and just watch this, it looks like Mexico is coming after us.
Right. But whoever it is, they're just trying to co-opt anybody who's protesting it to make them look un-American.
I don't.
It's it's part of a propaganda machine.
Right, but to completely ignore it. The only reason I'm saying, the reason that we're completely ignoring it is because we don't know what to make of it right now. It doesn't, there's so much.
You don't want to make your joke on the wrong side of history.
No, that's fine. I can make it. I got no problem there. I made my jokes on the wrong side. That's where most of my jokes land, on the wrong side of history. But when it comes to like what's actually going on, it doesn't there's so much on the internet right now. There's if that's what you want to hear about, you're not going to find it, here or whatever. Yeah. What you are going to find though is an update on what is going on in the wonderful world of Diddy diddle did Diddy diddle diddle Diddy.
All right.
Did what Diddy did.
Yeah. This is the Media Virus Podcast, and I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, reminding you that consent isn't just sexy, it's what separates a party from a federal indictment. Our top story, week 5 of the Diddy Dirty Deeds trial, has delivered another round of grimy allegations, desperate defenses, and more freaks than a Florida Waffle House at 3 a.m. Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs is still parked in the hot seat, facing charges that sound like the deleted scenes from Eyes Wide Shut. Sex trafficking by force, racketeering, and something called freak-offs, which apparently involves drug-fueled threesomes, paid male escorts, and a complete disregard for safe words or federal law.
There's got to be something in what's going on that somebody had a safe word and Diddy was like, nah, fuck that.
Oh no, thank you.
You know what I mean? Because we keep getting those little safe word mentions.
Well, it's also kind of code in the mainstream for sex that's just a little dirtier than you have at home.
Right. For sure.
So, apparently the prosecution's star witness, known only as Jane, because calling her traumatized ex-girlfriend number 7 is probably inadmissible. Oh, she took the stand and described a relationship that allegedly started with caviar and Cristal, but ended with, Crystal and coercion. Jane testified about what she called hotel nights, where she was pressured into sex acts with hired escorts while Diddy played ringmaster like some coked up circus pimp. She claims Diddy once chased her through her house like it was a horror movie, kicked down a door and beat her, then made her dress in lingerie, pop an ecstasy pill, and entertain an escort. Like nothing says romance like bruises and instructions to fuck my night. Jesus Christ.
Ew.
But I don't.
I mean, this is the same story that Cassie told, the same story that other of the witnesses have told, and so it's just they're not all in cahoots.
This is just what he's into. This is just his thing. What
is it? Cuck? Voyeur? Both?
I guess. Like
it's there's no real. I don't know.
I also wonder when the part of this trial of like him like raping people, like men, like that's a part of this too. Him being a ripper.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's come up yet, but on June 10th, the defense tried to flip the script by painting Jane as a willing participant in the freak show. They read steamy text where she allegedly planned encounters and referred to escorts like she was ordering appetizers. Want to see that ATL with you, she wrote. I mean, who doesn't want an ATL after 2 Xanax and a Red Bull?
What's an ATL?
I mean, I read it as Atlanta.
I want to see that Atlanta with you.
I don't know. Maybe it's like the person from Atlanta.
Defense attorney Denny Garagos also revealed the trio's group name, Trifecta, where Jane was Kobe, Diddy was MJ, and Paul, the personal trainer escort, was Shaq. Because when you're running a sex cult, you've got to have branding.
Oh, my.
So wait, they were calling. All right, so this Jane, was part of what they were calling the Trifecta. And Jane,
maybe she was a recruiter too,
was Kobe. Not for nothing, Kobe went to the side of a mountain. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
But I mean, Kobe's the only one that's dead.
Well, that's weird.
I feel like she was expendable.
Maybe it meant that she was like newer than the other two.
Well, the personal trainer was Shaq because, of course, he was probably big, and Diddy's going to be MJ, the best of all time. That makes sense. But Kobe, she's disposable, is what that meant.
Yeah.
Diddy's team also tried for a mistrial again. This time over testimony from a friend of Diddy's ex, Cassie, who says he once held her over a balcony like he was reenacting The Lion King. The judge responded with the firm judicial, get the fuck out of here, saying, or GTFOH. I don't know what the guy actually said. I would sincerely doubt that the judge either said, get the fuck out of here, or GTFOH. If the judge was like, oh my God, GTFOH.
I mean, I don't feel like people use that.
Yeah, I'd have laughed right in his chambers if he did that.
Anyways.
Where was I? Saying the claim of prosecutorial
misconduct. The
claim of prosecutorial misconduct was just the adversarial process at work. And I think that's, a lot of the problem is they've never seen that they're used to, these highfalutin lawyers they're used to winning. So no mistrial, no Simba moment, and no relief for Diddy's lawyers, who are now filing motions faster than Diddy drops stage names.
That's funny. I know, isn't his name Love right now?
I don't. His name's Sean Combs right now. Mr. Sean Combs.
No, he
the
legally
defendant.
Changed his name to Love something. Love. I forget. That was 5 years ago. Anyways.
Meanwhile, the defense is trying to humanize Diddy as a misunderstood millionaire with an adventurous libido and a preference for consensual kink. They claim Jane had agency, that she scouted escorts herself, and that she was financially supported to the tune of $10,000 a month, which, to be fair, isn't a lot of hush money in this economy. Jane admitted she wanted a protector and provider, and once called herself Diddy's crack pipe, which, if you're keeping score at home, means this relationship was toxic and flammable.
Oh, boy. Well, photos and videos have been sealed from the public view, but audio clips have been played in court. And judging by the reactions, this case is less Law and Order and more Boogie Nights meets Saw 3.
Oh my God.
Prosecutors allege that Diddy's entourage, including assistants and bodyguards, helped set up these freak-offs, contradicting Jane's claim. She was trying to hide them. The prosecution's strategy is clear. Prove this wasn't an open relationship gone wild, but an organized, predatory sex trafficking ring.
So it sounds like this girly might be guilty of a little misconduct.
Probably.
Well, victims become perpetrators. That's just the thing.
Yeah, we've seen this episode on Law and Order 100 times.
So the episode on Law and Order, we saw an episode on
Criminal Minds.
Speaking of Criminal Minds, just real quick, we have nothing in the copy about it. Do you remember that serial killer in Boston we reported on? That the police are like, no, there's no serial killer in Boston. They found another body. 13. I think when we covered it was 11.
Right.
They just found a 13th body.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
They found 2 more bodies.
Criminal Minds.
This guy's
called PAU.
This guy's so fucking smart because he's not. There's no victimology at all. It's just whoever chicks.
Call Gideon.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now you'll get in.
Now you'll get in. Call what's the Italian guy?
Joe Montana.
Call Joe Montana.
What the fuck's his name?
Call the guy from Vegas, that fucking nerd.
Rossi.
Penelope, get on it.
Rossi. His name is
Penelope Garcia.
Yeah. Well, as this trial barrels towards its climax,
Ew.
the big question remains: was Diddy a playboy in a consensual playground, or the ringleader of a criminal freak fest? Either way, this courtroom drama has more plot twists than a reality show hosted by Maury and Satan. We'll be watching closely because the Media Virus podcast always brings you the stories that make you laugh, that make you cry, and will make you question humanity. He's the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris. I'm Matty Rockdeff, and this has been your court-ordered overdose of disinformation.
Oh my.
I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
It is.
It was
Thank you
fucking
for putting the interesting story first. Appreciate you.
Well, we've got more, to get into.
Ooh.
Did you know that Joe Montana does the voice of Fat Tony on The Simpsons?
I did know that.
I didn't.
He does.
Did you know that the guy who plays Gideon has an vision disease? Is it a disease condition called keratoconus? And I also have that. And so basically we're related.
Did you know that the guy who sings "If You Want My Body" once drew a cock on a guy's passport?
On like 5 guys' passports.
On like 5 guys' passports. Did you know that?
That's a weird thing to know.
Yeah, legends, dicks, and diva demands.
Oh.
Got it? Thanks for the correction and the detailed obituary. Here's the revised version of TMBP's segment.
Asshole! It's something I forgot to take out. God damn it.
As I just noticed that, I'm sorry. I don't always listen to myself when I read.
I noticed that.
What on earth?
Where the rich are weird and the famous are high, and Rod Stewart has a Sharpie. Welcome back to the Media Virus podcast, the only show brave enough to ask, why the hell is Rod Stewart drawing penises on legal documents? This is your weekly entertainment dump, and today we honor a music god. Drag a rock dinosaur and watch Miley Cyrus get bullied into karaoke. It's time for Legends, Dicks, and Diva Demands. Every day, people, funk gods, and one final climb. This week, we say goodbye to the man who literally put the funk in funk. Sly Stone, founding father of the Sly and the Family Stone, passed away at 82 after a battle with COPD. Sly wasn't just a musician, he was a movement. His band was one of the first racially integrated groups in American rock, blending gospel, funk, soul, and psychedelic grooves that made your hips move and made your brain question the system. They lit up Woodstock at 3:30 a.m. like it was Saturday night at Studio 54. They gave us hits like Dance to the Music, Every Day,
Dance to the music.
Higher, which he absolutely did, sometimes with a microphone and sometimes with a metric ton of cocaine. Stone was a musical prodigy, a DJ, and a cultural force, and later a cautionary tale. But in his memoir, he kept it simple. Music, just music. Damn right. Rest in funk, Sly.
Rest in funk.
Rhythm never dies.
In other news, Rod Stewart, international treasure and retired panty dropper, admitted he used to draw dicks on his opening band's passports. The victims, the adorably British pop rockers McFly, who are somehow still emotionally scarred by it. That's what that says. Rod Stewart thought it was funny. The customs agents, not so much. To quote Rod, it's the kind of stuff that makes touring fun. To quote every TSA agent, sir, you're holding up the line with your ballsack doodles. Look, if you've reached the age where your idea of fun is putting cartoon junk on government documents, congratulations. You're still a 14-year-old boy trapped in a 79-year-old rock star's body. But not for nothing. That was probably when he was much younger. He probably didn't do that like recently.
I don't know, man.
Do you ever heard of McFly, babe?
No, never once.
He's still got a pretty good sense of humor for an old dude, though.
Doesn't he have a reality show now?
I don't know, does he?
I feel like, yeah.
Okay, they formed in 2003, so this is actually more recent than I thought it was.
Jesus.
I thought I did this shit like back in the 70s. You know what I mean?
He's probably been doing it. I have to imagine it's a bit that he's done for a long time.
Drawing
They're
cocks.
They're just the first ones to to say something about
To
it.
cry about it, little sissies. So you got to get a new picture. So what? And why did Rod Stewart have your fucking passport?
Because he gave them a ride on his plane. He said he needed them. He took them when they got on the plane.
Oh.
I mean, they have to fill out their manifest.
Not for nothing. I probably would have beat the shit out of Rod Stewart. You know what I mean? You're in a pop band. You're like, wow, that's really nice. Thanks, man. And then you handed your passport back, and there's a dick on your face, and you're like, and I would sit there, I would stare at him, and I go, he thinks I'm not gonna fucking punch him. He's fucking wrong. I'm gonna punch him.
But you have to admit.
And then what I would do is I would rear back, right, and then give him a rabbit punch in the fucking throat, just real quick, bam, and watch him fucking gas for air. But you rear back, you make it so they think it's coming, and fucking ass that didn't. I thought that was much funnier yesterday. Now I'm thinking I'm taking it personally. Like, fuck you, dude.
Why would you take
your fucking passport? It's like if somebody drew a dick on your driver's license. Like, what the fuck, dude?
You're really upset.
I'm a little bent out of shape about it. I'm a little pissed at Rod Stewart now. I mean, it's funny, but I would have. Yeah, it would have been a rabbit punch right to the throat.
I think that's some shit you and I would do, like to Pete.
Yeah. Yep. But it's still like if Pete punched me, I'd expect, I'm like,
well, yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
You expect something.
You expect something. Just like when you go to fucking see a Miley Cyrus movie with Miley Cyrus and you think she's gonna fucking sing. You expect her to fucking sing.
But you're at the Tribeca Film Festival. Miley Cyrus tried to pull off the classic "I'm just here to support the film" vibe, but her fans weren't having it. They heckled her into singing The Climb a cappella because that's how we treat celebrities now. Not as people, but as glorified jukeboxes with vocal fry.
Not for nothing, but they went to see, like, listen, I came to see you. I want to hear you fucking sing. All right? Dance, monkey! Dance!
Here's the thing about Miley Cyrus.
Dance, monkey!
One thing that she absolutely loves is performing.
Yeah.
She did an interview and she was talking about her birthday party. And she was like, I had a birthday party and I did everything that I love to do. And that's perform covers and have all my friends listen. And she literally threw herself a birthday party, star-studded. And it was just her like hanging out with a piano man, fucking singing songs. A little self-centered.
So do you think that...
I don't think that she maybe she didn't want the attention to be taken away from the movie by a performance, but like in her heart, she's like, "Fuck yeah, dude."
Do you think Billy Ray was like stinking up behind him? Like, I'll stab you right.
Well, they're like estranged, so who cares?
Are they estranged?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a scumbag.
Why? What do you do?
Part of the divorce with the mom. He has like a much younger wife now. Like just.
Man, fuck those kids.
Stuff about not being there when they were younger because he was achy breaky hearting and stuff. Anyways, so she sang. Do we have a sample?
No.
Oh, it's underwhelming.
I'm sorry. I should have thought about that.
Well, they say she belted it out begrudgingly and told the crowd, "You're lucky I love you," which in pop star terms means y'all are annoying, and I hope y'all stub your toe on a Lego.
What's the name of the fucking song?
The Climb.
The Climb.
Is it a good song?
Yeah, babe. Are you kidding?
Miley Cyrus acapella.
The good news is she still sounds great, and the bad news is you just gave every Swiftie Beehive member.
Every Swiftie and Beehive member. Yeah.
And confused Nickelback fan the idea that shouting demands at red carpets is how you get a concert.
That's right. So I don't know where this is from.
Okay.
This may or may not be the thing.
Yeah, but just because you said it, we should have that video, I went and found a video.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it.
Dude, I hope the voice inside her head is much less raspy than the one coming out of her fucking mouth. God damn it, that hurt my ears.
That song is from her movie with Liam, her ex-husband.
Also, keep in mind, she's probably not warmed up. Like, if she didn't know she was singing, she's going in cold.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan, but Erica is.
We love her.
Yeah.
In the way that Becky loves Taylor Swift, I love Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
You know what? One of the commands I gave ChatGPT when to write this story was come up with a better title than more celebrity bullshit. And it's because, and that's your celebrity crap for the week.
Oh.
Brought to you by Legends, Dicks, and Diva Demands. We lost a giant. We found some junk on a passport, and Miley gave us a free concert because fans don't understand boundaries. Coming up next on Ohio Man says he claims he was abducted by aliens, but it turns out he just got lost in his riding mower after too many edibles.
Oh my.
That's not really the thing. That was just ChatGPT
being funny.
Threw that in there. You know? But we live here in the I guess it's commonly referred to as the DMV. Right? Being from New Jersey, I think of the DMV as the department.
We're not in the
definitely not
DMV.
We're not in the DMV. The Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, tri-state area is not the DMV.
Generally not considered.
You couldn't make this fucking correction yesterday.
Pardon me?
You couldn't help me with this correction yesterday.
You didn't bring it up. I didn't realize that's what you were driving at with DMV.
Anyway,
What did you think DMV stood for?
Department of Motor Vehicle. I thought I didn't get where you were going, but
I guess that works too, huh? Because they're all automobile related.
Yeah,
but I said these two were in Delaware. That one was in Virginia. So I don't know this shit. I just DMV, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia.
That's correct, but northern Newcastle County, anything above the canal is generally not considered part of DMV.
Dude, I'm not worried about your hillbilly backwoods bullshit, okay? I'm from where fucking zip codes exist. This is bullshit.
Oh my.
Is this a bit?
The little pissant town where both my grandmothers were born even has its own zip code.
No shit.
Yeah, it's got its own little post office.
Oh my God.
Yep.
All right, so
There was a car on fire on 95 yesterday when I was coming home from work, and the highway was shut down to go north. Yeah. And then this morning when I went to work, it had me avoid the highway, but it had me get on it like exit 2. And so I just wonder, could the highway still be closed from yesterday afternoon? Not closed, but could there still be problems with a van that was on fire from yesterday afternoon this morning?
Possibly. Depends on how it caught fire and whether or not somebody didn't make it inside.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It was like a van, like a work van, like a church van. Oh, you're playing the video. Maybe you can just open the video and not show everybody your text messages. Anyways, what else is happening that's interesting?
No clue.
Not a clue.
No idea.
What do you got? What do you got?
I lost my...
Have you guys ever been drum fishing?
Drum fishing?
Yeah. It's a kind of fish.
No, not specifically for drum, but that's you got to go out on a head boat for that.
Yeah. My coworkers went drum fishing today.
That tracks. They drum run early.
Drumming them. Are you taking vacation this summer?
I don't know what I'm doing this summer.
Same.
I've not been planning that far in advance.
It's summer's next week. I mean, same though. Oh, we're going to a funeral.
Well, how about that? I'm sorry.
No. Well, I mean, yeah. Thank you. It's a celebration of life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a part. So the lady who died didn't want a funeral. She wanted like a fucking party, a barbecue.
Yeah.
So we're going to a barbecue, but it's in August. She died already, but it's in August. And so
it'd be weird to plan it before she died.
Well, no, it's just like she died like a month ago. So it's weird that it's in August. But anyways, it's at like a pond in Bear. And so if you
the bear would be in the pond, babe.
No, babe, it's at a pond.
At Lums Pond State Park.
Yeah, is there a pond there?
Yes, Lums Pond.
Is there swimming?
No, I don't.
Oh, thank God.
Because the pond is they have trouble keeping the bacteria levels safe for swimming anymore.
Disgusting.
Used to be swimming there all the time. Like when I was a kid, like they had an area that they actually trucked in sand. It looked like a beach.
Oh, that's cute.
Had lifeguards and just people hanging out.
Well, if anyone wants to go,
and you could just take a shit right inside.
I sometimes launch my canoe there and paddle around.
Oh, we're supposed to be on B block now?
No.
Are you sure?
We're still kicking around some A block stuff.
Is it about aliens?
What?
What?
Oh, never mind. About the edibles thing and his riding lawnmower. Oh, we have Delaware news?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a neato mosquito.
Right. And we had Delaware news. I was looking for the local angle. Right. Got two stories from Delaware. Both of them. Well, anyway. And then I was like, oh, here's one in Virginia. I'll limp them together. Use that phrase.
GMV.
Right. So, but, you know, there was a beautiful morning for local radio host Shaggy of Z104's morning show, who decided the best way to settle a lover's quarrel was to drive his car through a skating rink. According to police, Shaggy, yes, this is actual on-air name, wasn't.
It wasn't him, like Shaggy, that song.
Oh.
It wasn't me. You don't get your own puns?
I was allegedly got into a screaming match with his girlfriend. The argument escalated from words to wheels as he took off the car road with defense. This isn't the story.
This took his car off-road through a fence.
No,
across the baseball
please
field,
stop reading that.
through.
Please stop reading that.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is not what he wants us to know.
That's not. It's fucking wrong. That's why I'm like, oh, this isn't the story. The story is something else.
That's not what he wants us to know.
God damn it.
He's Matty Rockdeath. This is the Media Virus Podcast, and he will tell you what the news is.
But that's not.
I'm messing with you, dude.
No, I know, but it's just like that's not like. There's nothing accurate in that in those words I was reading. That's why I stopped reading them.
Okay, we'll wait.
I know.
Read the next story, Mike. Just read the next one. Just whatever it is. Just read it. I don't care. I don't care if any of it's accurate. I don't care.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about it.
Oh. Reporting from what used to be the sidewalk. Welcome to your weekly reminder that the DMV is a DMZ and it will get you feeling like DMX. Let's roll right into this week's vehicular clusterfuck parade, already in progress. All right.
Something happened in Milford?
In Milford. Meanwhile, in the proud state of Delaware, land of tax-free shopping and now drive-through discount stores, a driver plowed their sedan into a Dollar Tree, injuring 3 people and sending plastic lawn flamingos flying across the seasonal aisle. According to Milford police, the crash appeared to be accidental, which honestly makes it less funny, but more Delaware-y. The victims were taken to nearby hospitals and are expected to recover. The vehicle, however, remains in critical condition, buried under a display of discounted party supplies.
I got the video.
When asked what caused the crash, the driver said they were just trying to save a buck. Nailed it.
Nailed it. What the fuck?
Wow. But like,
those wheels are still
actually happening.
Oh God. Something still. That must be the pulley inside or something. That can't be the tires. When I first heard it, I thought it was the tire still spinning.
It might be, because when I saw the video of it happening, and it like goes in and then lines up on the aisles and just fucking drives down the aisle.
Well, if the aisle had any kind of fix, if the shelving itself had any kind of fix on it at all, it would like kind of shove the car.
Oh no, you could tell the car was being driven.
Oh, okay.
No, they lined up on the and went down the aisle. There's the car back there.
Yeah.
And it is the wheels because there's smoke. You can see smoke back there. It was the tires spinning.
So I'm waiting for this to start over because I think there's.
That's crazy.
This is one of those where they don't give you the fucking bar down the bottom. Just gotta fucking watch a shaky video to the fruition.
You can't even reload it.
I guess I could. There it goes.
See, yeah, see? They line up on the aisle and down the aisle they go. Wow.
And while I was looking to round out the I should have had this ready. And I apologize for not having it ready. But here it is. Babe, watch this.
Dickhead. Dickhead. Yo.
Lower it! Lower it! Lower it!
Yo, he's a dickhead, yo. He's a dickhead. Yo, two steppers. Oh! Hey, get the fuck out. Get the fuck in. Yo, two step here. Get him.
Mike mentioned that somewhere. That's somewhere in Newcastle.
He burnt.
That was on Route 40, if I remember correctly.
I was on Route 40.
Oh, no. Dickhead.
I
Dickhead.
just love watching this. He comes up on the fucking thing.
There's a
And not for nothing, there should be a red light on somewhere inside the cab telling him that that's up.
on the bottom right of the movie on the video.
That's just the mute.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I was
Just trying to mute the.
I was going for a play-by-play of it,
Okay.
and then I don't understand his thinking. I don't understand what he thought he could. Because as he hits the power lines.
I believe he thought he could stay inside of it and pull over.
He thought wrong.
Yeah, he was very wrong. But it looked like he was originally intending to go straight,
Right.
and then figured he couldn't, and then thought, "Oh, I'll just turn." It looks like he's changing. It looks like he's changing plan. Like maybe there's something wrong with that truck. Probably
He thinks he thinks he's backed up far enough that he can stay inside of it. But it's a Ford. It doesn't have that kind of turning radius.
Oh,
And he rides right down.
he just
I don't
went
know why
down the
you
side.
Once that cable starts picking you up, why do you keep moving?
Right?
Once you start feeling that you're getting you're lifting 2 wheels off the ground, you need to three wheels off.
You need to stop. Yeah. That was, I don't know.
So dumb.
All I can say is I hope he was stealing the truck.
Right.
Well,
I hope it was his first.
Like
day.
I hope there's a dude. I hope there's a dude about a block back running his ass off, trying to make sure that he doesn't lose his truck and his tools today.
not for nothing, but if I don't think if he stole that truck, he'd have been. You think it was that guy standing there? Because he would had to have like pop out the top.
Yeah.
Let me see if we can, because you come around the side of the truck and they're yelling at somebody. But is that the guy who?
I'm thinking that may have been the guy who was in there.
I should have filmed him getting out of the truck because I'd really like to see that. Oh. Yeah. So that's somewhere in Newcastle, but it could have been filmed at the Floribama meth line. I don't know. So
Floribama meth line territory.
that's right.
And finally, folks, in a move that defies both logic and voltage, a viral video shows a man in a bucket truck.
I didn't fix this.
And by bucket truck, we mean an aerial lift mounted on a large work vehicle trying to drive through a cluster of overhead power lines like he was playing low-budget Mario Kart. There's screaming, confusion, and unmistakable scent of fried Darwinism.
So to wrap up, to recap, morning radio goes Mad Max on ice. Dollar Tree becomes a demolition derby. And one brave idiot challenges the electric company to a duel and loses to basic physics.
This has been the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris reminding you, if it's got wheels and a moron, it's newsworthy. Back to you, Matty Rockdeff. I'll be in the parking lot checking if my car still respects me.
It's a shit line. Anyway, there's the TMVP outro stinger. And, yeah, that's all we've got for this week. I didn't put any Botano Organics reads into the... You know what's funny is I should make a list of things I still need to do when I'm done.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know if does that make any sense to you?
Well, if you have I's and J's to dot and some T's to cross.
Yeah. That's my fault. But
Hi.
Thanks.
you wouldn't buy sushi from a gas station, would you? No. So why are you trusting them with your CBD and THC? At Botano Organics, we take your wellness seriously. No mystery ingredients, no sketchy labels, and absolutely no, we swear it's CBD vibes. Our products are organically grown, lab tested, and crafted with the cleanest ingredients. Because your body deserves better than whatever's next to the nacho cheese dispenser. From calming oils to delicious gummies and soothing creams, every product is handpicked for optimal benefits and zero weird surprises. So skip the gas station gamble and trust Botano Organics, where everything is pure, potent, and definitely not stored next to the windshield wiper fluid. Isn't that right, Mike?
That's right. You can check them out at 3650 Silverside Road, Wilmington, Delaware, 19810. And you can also check them out on the web at www.botanaorganics.com.
So there you go. So we'll see you. We're going to see you in the B block. We're going to be paying tribute to a
legend.
A legend. So stick around for that. Maybe you know the name Marvin Niemeyer. Haymeyer? Niemeyer.
Hemeyer.
Hemeyer. Hemeyer. Marvin Hemeyer.
Hemeyer.
All right. All right, let's shut this down.
All right. We're out of here. This episode of the Media Virus Podcast is brought to you by 302-46-VOICE. That's 302-46-VOICE. If you want my voice on your project, dial 302-46-VOICE today. Don't forget to check out our sister show on the Media Virus Podcast Network, Stepmoms Without Children. Join Ricky Rockdeff as she takes a deep dive into the fascinating people she meets and thinks that you should meet too. Find Stepmoms Without Children at themediavirus.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your fine podcasts. Special thanks to mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com, delivering regional sports coverage straight to your devices via stream and podcast. Learn more at mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com. If you wish to sponsor the Media Virus Podcast, email your contact information to pml@themediavirus.com with the subject line sponsor, or leave us a message at 646-VIRUS01. On behalf of the infection team and our feckless leader, Maddie Rockdeff, I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, coming from to you live high atop Uncle Butch Studios, with one hand firmly on the pulse and the other clawing for a shred of sanity. This has been the Media Virus Podcast. We'll be back next week. Find us at themediavirus.com, on social media, or download us now from your favorite podcast platform.